Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Can everybody hear me?
Hi, yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, let me adjust my speaker then, because I'm not hearing a thing. Would somebody speak to see if my speaker works?
Yes, it does perfectly.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, all right, let me get started. Good morning. It's morning time here in Mexico City. It's only 11:30 a.m. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. We have people from around the globe in this Zoom time. Welcome, welcome on board. And I am grateful and fascinated to have this opportunity to share with you today our X39, this marvelous, marvelous patch that comes in the form of a sticker and does marvelous to your body. So we are gonna go ahead and get started with our presentation in order to respect everybody's time. All right, let me go ahead and share screen. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sorry for that rudeness. My name is Gabby Lecea, and I'm a Lifewave brand partner franchisor, transmitting from Mexico City. Started back in November just last year. Lifewave has officially joined, coming to Mexico as of late September last year, and we are blowing it up. This is just so fascinating what is happening, not only here in Mexico, but around the globe. So we always start our presentation with our classic question. Have you been patched yet? You say, patch? Yeah. Have you been put on our sticker right here, which I'm showing on my screen, which activates your copper peptides, elevates your copper peptides, excuse me, activates your stem cells and regenerates your body. This is the most amazing technology ever spoken of, ever heard of, which is an affordable stem cell reactivation technology in the form of a patch that activates your copper peptides, which in turn reactivates your own stem cells. So what we're going to do in continuation is we're going to watch a short video that pretty much explains in a nutshell what it is that we are just about to speak of. Let me go ahead and first make sure that my sound is activated. Perfect, it is. All right, here we go.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. Lifewave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself. Let's take a look at why this is important on a cellular level. For example, a number of our patch products help counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally. Counteract free radicals, oxygen molecules that damage cell proteins and contribute to visible signs of aging. When the body is stimulated through phototherapy to release its own antioxidants, these free radicals are neutralized naturally.
Whoops. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, so in a nutshell, you know, when your body reactivates and your stem cells start cleansing out, your body does wonders. Our bodies are the most amazing working machines and the most full of wisdom that have the ability to cure themselves. All right, what is Lifewave? Lifewave is a company that was established back in 2004. We are not a startup. We have a great history of behind us. We're open in 87 countries and counting, and having over 180 patents. From its inception in 2004 to 2018-19, it was bringing in an average of 28 million. But with the introduction of the X39 patch, the company jumped to $280 million worth from 2020 to 2022. And in 23, we closed up with $420 million. We are projected to become a billion-dollar company by 2025. But honestly, at the path that we are growing, I think that projection will come to be a lot sooner than what is generally projected. And you can be part of this amazing journey. Let's talk about our CEO and inventor of the X39. His name is David Schmidt, who has to his name over 180 patents, folks. He stopped counting at 130, 180, something like that. And he's just a genius, a genius. He is a guy who invented this technology. He's a scientist and also the CEO and founder of our endearing company. He's specializing in age reversing and focused his attention on stem cell research even before stem cell research became famous. So the X39 patent took over 10 years of research and investigation and trials and $4.5 million to market this amazing product. Just to give you an idea, you may ask yourself, why is X39 called 39? Turns out that the patch is called X39 because 39 was the number of his protocol number where he really, you know, hit the point. Now, as I mentioned, the X39 patch has over 10 patents just to itself. And this is an extract of just one of them, okay? As you can read here, if you can see my my cursor, this is an apparatus, all right, that causes beneficial effects by providing phototherapy to a human body. And for the example, we have in some embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in pain and reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. Now, many people may say, you know what, I put the patch on and I don't feel anything. Well, you may not feel anything at first. The reason is because you probably don't have something that is large enough to be manifested in terms of symptoms. all right? But you can have the guarantee that all this is happening in your body as soon as you put on this patch. Now, we are a company that have no competition. What does this mean? That we are not a Me Too product. Translation, we are not a company that has a product that some other company has as well, and or you can go to the mall and find a store or a kiosk that is selling some kind of similar product, whether it be vitamins, shakes, cleaning products, essential oils, blah, 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 you name it, all right? Our product, our company has no competition whatsoever, given the fact that we are the only company worldwide who has this product, because the inventor of this product is the owner of the company, and guess what? He owns all the rights to his own research and technology. This is truly an amazing product. Now, the New England Journal of Medicine has stated that the #1 indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the bloodstreams. Stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed. They have the incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. And while our need for adult stem cells increases dramatically as we age, the fact is fewer of them are released into our bloodstream, which defines into, all right, translation. The fact is, when we are kids and young adults, we have an average of 1 billion active adult stem cells. But the fact is that by the time we hit 30, if not before, a 60% reduction happens. Why? Our body is done with developing. We stop developing at around the age of between 18 and 21 for the most part. And then, in our 20s, most of us women are in reproduction age, right? Reproductive stage, excuse me. So once the body realizes that it doesn't need to develop anymore, the stem cells go dormant. And as we age, the percentage of reduction of stem cells increases. And that is why, in our 30s, we start noticing our first signs of aging, which are our first silver linings, our first wrinkles, our first inabilities to continue doing things that we normally do. By the age of 40 or 50, many of us, I see this with my generation, they start having knee problems, hip problems, etc., etc. And that is simply because our stem cells have gone dormant. But folks, there is hope, because now we have a technology that precisely reverses all that sleepiness of our stem cells. And we have the opportunity to wake them up with this technology. How X39 works: the holy grail of anti-aging GHK-Cu copper peptides, which are what you see in this little patch. As you can see, there's a little fabric in the middle of the patch, all right, of the sticker. This is just a sticker that you peel on the back, put it on your skin, and here I have one. I have another one here in the back of my neck. Nothing goes into your body. This is completely non-transdermal, which means nothing goes into your body. There's no chemicals, no drugs, no injections. This is made of organic nanocrystals. We're talking amino acids and a sugar combination, and put in such a frequency that when it activates with your own energy, miracles start happening. It's formulated to activate your own copper peptide, which in turn reactivates your own stem cells. Now, in the back of the sticker, there's a 3M brand medical grade adhesive, okay? So let's say 95 to 96% of people do tolerate this kind of adhesive. But if they don't, there's always somebody out there who may have allergic reactions to the adhesive. Not to worry, but because you can still put it over your clothes, and guess what? Your energy surpasses any fabric that you're wearing, meaning that if you put the fabric on your clothes, it still works. Now, what happens when you activate your stem cells? We have rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, okay? Excuse me, and therefore, reduce pain, because inflammation is many times manifested in pain. Supports wound healing, energy and vitality, mental clarity. This for me was so crucial. I noticed my mental clarity after my first day on the patch, and it wasn't until I actually put my head on the pillow and I recounted all the stuff that I did on that day, that I actually realized how much mental clarity I had since day one. Now, that for me is a huge, huge deal, given the fact that all my life I grew up with dyslexia and attention deficit. And it was just a norm for me to have so much noise in my head. And, I always been so squirrel, that anything, when I was trying to focus on something, anything that would draw my attention, and as a very good Gemini that I am, anything would draw my attention and my attention would go that way. And there was a lot of noise in my head and really, really hard to center my ideas and what I really wanted to do. So this for me is a huge deal. And not only that, but also the fact that, and this is, I'm sure this is God orchestrated, that so many families have come to me who live with autism. We are seeing such amazing testimonies in people diagnosed with autism who notice a huge 180-degree change in their mental clarity, in their emotional wellness, nervous system calming down, and the list goes on of the effects that we see in people living with autism. And not only that, I can also share a personal testimony of one of my partners who are in my group. She's a client of mine, but became a partner. Her name is Patricia. And her dad had initial stages of Alzheimer. She put the patch on Dad. And not even a week later, give and take a few days, they noticed how her dad got in his car once again, drove to the grocery store, knew his way to the grocery store and back. And not only that, but purchased a complete non-written list of items that were given to him. And he remembered absolutely everything. That is a breakthrough in that family struggling with Alzheimer. All right. Stem cells also enhance sports performance. We have a lot of athletes, professional athletes, who use this technology to break their own records. Going back to Patricia, she initially bought her patches to help her daughter, who is around 17 years old, and she's a professional artistic gymnast. So as soon as she started wearing these patches, she started having more speed in all her turns, improved performance. She won the state championship. And now that she came to nationals, she came out second place, taking home a silver medal, in her performance. Of course, due to her daily own training, but the patches, says her coach, had a lot to do with this. So we have faster recovery from exercise and improved skin appearance. How do we wear this patch? You wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. Then you throw away the patch, and or you can put it on your pet, whether it be a dog, a cat, your snake, your hamster. Even throw it in the you can even throw it in your fish tank, you guys, because fish also start up as a stem cell, or even on your plants, and you'll see a lot of repair in tissue. Next day, you put on a new patch and repeat. You can wear more than one patch at a time. And it is very, very important to drink plenty of water, because this will assist the patches in communicating the different frequencies to the entire body. And not only that, but we really need a very fluent blood circulation through our system for the stem cells to be transported from one place to another. So we put the patch, you can put the patch, the truth is you can wear the patch anywhere, but we have two specific points, which is like right behind your neck or 2 fingers below your belly. Why do we use these points as a norm? Because these 2 points are important meridial acupuncture points, and not only that, but they were used as a common variable in all the research that was done. So with that said, all the research was based on these 2 meridial acupuncture points. So what to expect in long term when we wear the X39? And this is per case studies that you can find either in startx39.com and or visititinfo.com. I'll get back to that in a minute. So for the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, brain becomes balanced, decreases symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Within 3 months, the collagen is increased. It decreases wrinkles, hair growth increases structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems. Folks, I want to add to this. I noticed the collagen increasing in my body within 12 days of using the patch. You know, just last Friday, I turned 54 years old. And, you know, and day by day, people tell me that I look much younger. In 12 days, I started noticing the wrinkles here on my eyes and on my forehead starting to be filled up again. That for me was like, wow. And honestly, it's a very important feature for me because I am a professional actress here in Mexico. And, you know, the patches have allowed me as a performer, as a professional performer, to be able to submit to casting calls in a wider range, meaning it is opening up for me a wider range of opportunity for work. So that alone is, you know, amazing. Now, going back to what to expecting long terms, within 6 months, heart reverses in age. We have recent studies that show that 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years just after 6 months of using X39. Folks, this is something that no pharmaceutical company, despite investing millions and millions and billions of dollars in research, have managed to do so. And guess what? We have it here with the X39 patch. So words of David Schmidt, and this is his banner, or let me say our banner. This is not anti-aging. This is age reversing. So David Schmidt advises to use the patch for a minimum of 90 days for optimal results. All right. The ideal is really to use it one month per decade of life that you've been living. All right. What does that mean? For example, this right here is this is a 30-month supply. This sleeve that you see right here, this little packet, is a 30-month supply of patches. The best to do is to use 1 month per decade. In my case, I should be using it at least 5 to 6 months, okay? Because I'm 54 now. So, but the truth is, folks, that once you start using this, you do not want to stop using. Why? Because you don't want to stop the process of reversing age. Let's see, we have somebody here in the chat. Yes. So, very important to be drinking lots of water. I always have my water bottle next to my nightstand. I wake up and go to sleep with water. And you know, and although David Schmidt says, you know what, give the patch 3 months, give it a shot for 3 months, so you see a difference in your body. Okay, don't expect, you know, although we do have amazing results in minutes, seconds, hours, and days, everybody's different. Okay, everybody is unique. The truth is, all of us have abused our bodies one way or another. Let's face it. All right. So, you know, give your body, you never know what's really going on in your body, because many times we don't even have that, like I mentioned earlier, we don't even have the symptoms. Like in my case, I mean, I didn't know when I was 36, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I didn't know I had breast cancer, cancer cells developing in my body until my boobies started hurting every time I took off my bra. Obviously, that was because I had a certain size of my tumor that started to manifest in symptoms, in pain, all right? But before that, I had no clue. So that may be happening to a lot of us, you know. Something may be developing and we don't even know, because we don't have the symptoms until it grows to a certain size, when symptoms actually do start manifesting. So give yourself, you know, some space, and give your body the opportunity to work on whatever it has to work. There's always something. Trust me, we've all abused our bodies one way or another. All right, let's move on. Okay, please take a screenshot of this slide. This is it, info.com. On this page, and right here, you can choose the language, whatever language you want to read it in. In this website, you're going to find a lot more information of what I'm trying to convey to you today. And not only that, but you're going to find testimonials, you're going to find all the patents, you're going to find amazing information. I strongly suggest you watch the first 3 videos on the homepage of this website. Okay, the first video will explain to you the phototherapy, which is the video that we just saw. Repetition is key. You know, we learn through repetition. The second video is David Schmidt, the inventor of the patch, explaining to us how these patches work. It's amazing when you hear it from the mouth of the horse. All right. And then the third video on this website is a doctor's point of view, who explains from a scientific point of view why is it that these patches work and there are no placebo at all. Now, David Schmidt says that the X39 is my greatest achievement. Having a product that works this quickly and provides this many benefits seems like a miracle or too good to be true. But it's simply applying the magic of stem cells to the human body. I like to call this, you know, like science fiction or Marvel brought to real life. It's, folks, it is truly amazing. All right, let's go to the testimonials part. I already shared with you a few testimonies on my behalf and some of my group people in my group, but let me show you something with graphics. All right. This is a topography map. This is a participant of a 77-year-old woman who placed a patch at the back of her neck. All right. On the first session, as you can see, there is a lot of inflammation. All the red and yellowish, they, for us who are not scientists or not in the medical world, this describes to the medical world that there is inflammation in the brain, okay? And folks, we all have this, all right? All of us have some sort of inflammation. Has it ever happened to you that you walk into a room and all of a sudden you forgot completely what you went into the room for? Or this happened to me in my 20s that, you know, I used to wear, well, I still do, but I don't really need them that much anymore. I used to wear glasses 24/7. And there were times when I was looking for my glasses, I couldn't find them anywhere. And you know why I couldn't find them? Because I was wearing them and I didn't even realize I was wearing my glasses. Why do things like this happen? Because we have inflammation in our brain, folks. And you know, very few times will we have little stem cell activity, and there's a lack of brain coherence. Brain coherence translates into our left side of the brain communicating with the right side of the brain. And when there's no coherence, there's no communication within the sides of our brain. All right, so that's what it means. By session 2, which was only 3 weeks into the X39, there was no more inflammation, there was improved brain coherence. And by the 3rd session, which is 6 weeks into the X39, we had a complete turnaround, all right? There are some doctors, there's a doctor in my organization who is a functional medicine specialist. He's an expert, and he explains to us how we want to have our coherence within, you see the bar where I have my cursor? We want to have our activity within the midsection, all right? And so it shows here that in this 77-year-old woman, by the 3rd session, 6 weeks in, she had already complete brain coherence. And this is what we want to we want to attain. As we age, the stem cells in your organs, including brain, heart, liver, lungs, kidney, and skin, go dormant. So obviously, we want to wake up that army. So inflammation also reduces in just 30 seconds. Look at these before and after photos. Chronic back pain right here, chronic shoulder pain, and look at the difference. And you know, folks, a very common surgery is carpal tunnel surgery, where given the fact that we are so much in front of our computers and so much with our keyboards, people are experiencing inflammation in their wrist. Look what the patches can do in just 30 minutes. Remember, red indicates inflammation. Look at this, what happens. Now, this benefit also applies to animals. That is why I also said, that is why I also shared with you guys that once you take your patch off, you can take it off and put it on. You guys, can you help me with your microphones, please? Would you assist me with your microphones? That would be lovely, so we don't have interruptions. Okay, let's see. All right, I think we have everybody disactivated. Okay, perfect. Now, people have said, oh, this is too good to be true. This is just a placebo and blah, 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 blah. But folks, when we have animals who have no preconception of what you're putting on them, who have, you know, situations where they have paralyzed muscles, such as this little dog right here. They have paralyzed muscles, they have inflammation. You put the patch on them and see the results. In this case, just 4 days after, look at this little doggy just having his life back, being a happy, happy dog. You know, this tells you, you guys, this is not a placebo. Be realistic. You know, and just like that animal, we have many other amazing stories. You can go ahead and take a dive into YouTube and such, and or just Google X39 animal testimonies. You'll be amazed at what you find. We have horse testimonies, cats testimonies, dogs testimonies, but not only that, humans, of course. This is designed for humans, but every living being that starts up with the stem cell, which in a nutshell, it's every single living being starts with a stem cell, benefits from the uses of these patches. Now, just to show you a little bit more, I'm not going to go into detail. Take a look at my screen, pay attention to the before and after. Look at the beauty of this woman. You know, 1 year after using the stem cell, total rejuvenation. This woman apparently is in her 50s, 60s, or 70s, how her skin rejuvenates. Look at this beautiful lady 1 year after, and this one in only 9 weeks. Now, remember, I mentioned that it also helps with muscular reconstruction, sort of, not reconstruction, that's not the word. Let's see, I'm thinking in Spanish now. Refunctioning of the muscles. Well, this is the case of a woman with a maxillofacial deactivation in her muscles. And look how in just 5 months, her muscles strengthen up again. Now, we have many cases of vitiligo. Is that how you pronounce it in English? Vitiligo or vitiligo, where not only does your body produce collagen, but guess what? It also re-stimulates the production of pigment in our bodies. So this is a big hooray for lots of us, because even though we may or may not have skin discoloration, most of us do have some gray lining. And guess what? With the prolonged use of X39 together with X49, your body will start giving you your natural pigment hair back. And that is awesome, which means for those of us ladies who normally cover, you know, we dye our roots, our own hair color, guilty. Well, I have noticed that every time that I have to, you know, that I see myself needing to touch up my roots, it's less roots, the amount on my head that need that retouch. And that is exciting. So, all right, let's go back to the slide. You know, psoriasis, 10-day recovery. You guys, look at this beautiful scarring, you know, beautiful reconstruction of the skin after a surgery. Now, remember I said that you can put the patch anywhere in your body? All right, in this case, for example, from what I've learned, is that the person who used this patch put the patch close to the wound. Obviously, you're not going to put it on the wound. You don't want to hurt yourself. But you can put it close by just to place more attention to if you have a focus area that you really, really, really want to throw more stem cell activation, you know, close to there. It's going to work anywhere in your body. Nevertheless, you can place it close to any part of your body that, you know, you want to center attention. Now, we have hundreds of, well, not hundreds, we have a few testimonies of Bell's palsy, which is, what's the word I'm looking for in English? Somebody help me out here. I went blank, I'm sorry. A contraction of the
Muscle
muscles.
weakening or muscle atrophying.
Thank you. Muscle atrophying. Thank you so much. So, you know, we also have the recovery of that. Now, look at this dude right here. He's a diabetic foot, you know, his foot is full of gangrene, all nasty. And in just 5 days, he's got this beautiful blood recirculation coming back to him, as well as this other user. You know, she's got elephant foot coming up with her. And in just 3 weeks, look at that beauty on her feet. She's got those sexy feet back at her. Now, we also have a lot of other testimonies in many other situations, such as the case of this woman who had a nasty case of diabetes. Her injury would not heal. In just 21 days of putting on the patch, look at this absolute beauty, how her wound absolutely, came back to life. Needless to say, her sugar levels were leveled, were completely healed. Look at this precious looking boy. 5 days after a ski motor accident, he looked all nasty, and in just 5 days, look at how beautiful he became. Now, this gentleman really impresses me. He had some kind of disease. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what disease it was, but right here, he looks like from Underworld. He looks like, and just in 7 weeks, just like Lord of the Rings, he has this beautiful reactivation of his skin, as if all evil came out of him, and he now has the beautiful king glow in his body. So he comes from like Underworld to king of Lord of the Rings, so beautiful, majestic king. And now we have this other case of this other boy who had his finger completely cut off, and just he had his finger reinserted, the part that was cut off reinserted. Obviously, he was not having a happy day. He was not recuperating very well. Look at that. All right. Look at that. And in just 21 days, we have magic happen in his body. It seems as if nothing happened here. And not only that, remember I mentioned skin pigmentation? Well, we have a few testimonies of bald heads coming back to being, repopulated with hair, coming back to, being sexy heads again. And not only that, but look at this. They have their own hair color in the new hair. This is truly amazing. So you don't have to have some kind of situation in your body to really benefit from the use of these patches. Anybody can have benefits of these patches. So is the case with professional athletes. We have Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, David Beckham, Lorenzo Savadori. We have the complete South Korean football selection, soccer football selection using the patches, as well as the selection of Madrid. I recently learned of Spain. I'm sorry. They are using the patches, as well as the soccer team of Japan. I can't wait to see in the World Cup coming up in Mexico in 2026, what teams are going to really top it up a notch. We'll probably see lots of teams using the patches. Oh, and going back to the patches, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but throughout my presentation, guess what I did? Did you notice I took off my reading glasses? This is because, I still use them, I'll be honest with you, but I don't need to use them as much as I did. Only when I get tired or something, or just as a bad habit, I will put them on, because I don't really need them as much. And that is because my eye is also rejuvenating. So for any folks out there who are, who find themselves having to have prescription augmentation because your eyes are getting worse, you guys, there is hope. You don't have to go blind. You can put your stem cells to work for you, okay? You can put your stem cells to work for you, and even your eyeball regenerates. Now, this is an exciting video of David Schmidt explaining to us why he decided to form his company in the commercial way that he did. Listen into what he's got to say, and it's gonna make so much sense.
When I started Lifewave and was doing an evaluation of how to market this, I was thinking about radio and TV. I approached GNC, who wanted to market the product. looked at infomercials and talked to companies about doing that. We did some testing. And I had an experience where a fellow that was a business friend introduced me to somebody. We had a business lunch, and then he ran into somebody in a movie theater who was interested in investing in Lifewave. I met with that guy, and then he introduced me to a medical doctor who introduced me to another medical doctor who was friends with Coach Richard Quick at Stanford University. So in about a 3-week period of time, I went from sitting at a lunch in Beaufort to being out at Stanford University putting patches on Olympic swimmers with Richard Quick, a 6-time US Olympic coach. And when I really thought about that, I said, you know, this would never have happened with the product sitting on the shelf at GNC. Would never happen. This is all networking. I need to go back and reevaluate this. And so in July of 2004, I flew out to California. I was invited there by Coach Quick to see the Olympic trials. And when I landed, he said, well, we have an issue. The Olympic Committee thinks that there's drugs in these patches, and they want you to, explain what the technology is. So I met with this fellow, Dr. Scott Rodeo, explained what the patches were. They took them down to UCLA Microanalytical Lab, validated, there were only natural materials in the patches, and we were vindicated. But over 1,000 people contacted me wanting to buy the product and be a distributor for this new technology. And I was like, okay, the alarm bells went off. Clearly, what God is telling me, this is supposed to be a network marketing company. And 3 months later, on November 10th of 2004, we started sales. We did $500,000 in business our very first month, and 17 million in sales for 2005. So it was a very, very clear sign. This was where our home was supposed to be.
Wow.
Amazing. Amazing. All right. So let's move forward. The X39 is the foundation Lifewave patch. So pretty much any who and anyone, we start them off with this patch. Now we have supportive products, and with that offer a protocol for any who would like to attend or focus on a certain situation that they're living with. All right. So we have the X39, which helps us to develop better muscle mass, bone density, and heart health. Ice Wave aids with pain reduction, ache relief, no side effects. Glutathione helps with immune booster, antioxidant, and is the only product in the market, which I am wearing right here on my wrist, which promotes your body to develop 300% more glutathione naturally within your body, 300% stronger than any supplement out there in the market. We have the carnosine, which we use for brain function, memory, focus, lengthens telomeres. The telomeres are the connectors from one neuron to another neuron in our brains, all right? Then that is why it's so important to focus on lengthening those telomeres. Now we also have Aeon, which helps with reduce stress, inflammation, also known as the happy patch. We have the Silent Nights, which helps your body to produce melatonin so you can sleep better and deeper and gain quality sleep. We have the Energy Enhancer, which increases energy, fat burning, endurance. This patch right here was the first product that David launched in 2004. This one right here is the one that Michael Phelps used during the Olympics, all right? And that the whole swimming team that David just spoke of at Stanford used, and the same one that other athletes have used. Now, I also want to express that Energy Enhancer together with X49 and X39 is the magic trio for any professional athlete or any athlete who wants to break their own records. We also have SP6 Complete, which helps with weight, appetite, aids in hormones, and aids in digestion. I love this patch because You know, I started with menopause symptoms just back in December. You know, just in December, all of a sudden, I couldn't explain what was happening to my body. I started with these huge intensive sweats every 10, 15 minutes. And, you know, it was really, really embarrassing because I was, you know, I'm an acting coach as well. And I was talking to a parent of one of my kids. I would be talking to a parent, and this happened multiple times, that I would be talking to a parent of one of my kids. And all of a sudden, you know, we were in an air conditioned room and I was sweating like a pig. It was so, so embarrassing. And then on top of that, I would put on my jean jacket every 5 to 10 minutes. I would put it on, put it off, put it on, put it off, because I was burning hot. And then 5 seconds later, I was really, really cold. Well, I started using, I think it was in January, February, I don't recall, the SP6 as suggested for hormones, which was every other day. So I used it one day yes and one day off. And I noticed by the third day of wearing the SP6 patch, I had absolutely no more sweats and no more night sweats that woke me up in the middle of the night, burning hot. And then 5 seconds later, I'm freezing. Okay. So it was a truly amazing patch for aiding in hormones. I gave it to my daughters, which they are in their early 20s. And since they were teenagers, they have had many, many premenstrual problems to the point that they would have to miss school, and or now that they're older, they would have to miss work because their menstrual pain was so intense, they had to be in bed. Well, with the X39 in support of the SP6, all those problems are gone. All right, in most countries, we also have the Alavida, which is a complete system that builds collagen and vibrates your skin. And not only that, but also helps with organ functioning. And AccuLife, which is the patch that is designed for animals. So I strongly suggest that you also take screenshot of this slide. This is a Telegram group with over 500 testimonials that come mainly from USA, from South Africa, from our users in Europe, and they have the most amazing stories. So give it a shot, give it a screenshot to this QR code, all right? Because you really want to read into all these testimonies. Guys, so many stories that traditional medicine consider non-reversal. Guess what's happening? When you activate your own stem cells, your body is reversing even the most outrageous diseases known to humans, such as liver-related diseases, glaucoma, age reversing, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. Look at this, rheumatoid arthritis, nerve issues. I mean, all types of testimonies. Take a deep dive into this Telegram group, guys. You'll be not only entertained for a good while, but you'll also be educated and jaw dropped to see what the patches can do for you. Now, what are the prices of these patches? Now, just a bit of perspective, stem cell injections are around $10,000 for a full course, and there is 50% chance it won't work. Plus, on top of that, you have no idea where those stem cells come from. So with Lifewave patches, they are 100% guaranteed to be working in your body. Folks, it's patented. Remember what I said earlier? It's patented. So you have 100% guarantee that it's going to work. What's the retail price? You could either buy at full retail of $150, $149 a sleeve plus tax, and the supporting ones at $79.95, or you could buy wholesale at $99.95, and the others anywhere from $49 to $69.95 per sleeve. All right, and I'll talk to that in a minute of how you can have this wholesale price. Remember, this price is for a sleeve, a 30-day supply. There's 30 patches to a 1-month supply. Okay. Francesco, I don't know if you could support me with the chat and answer any questions that may be on the chat. So I may move on with the presentations. Now, how can
Okay,
you buy your patches? Thank you, dear. How can you buy your patches? There are 3 ways of buying your patches. One, you can buy directly through the web, through the link that the person who invited you to this presentation gave you, all right, and buy full retail. Or you can save some money and, number 2, buy as a direct customer, which you will have a few benefits, not all, but here are just a few to mention. Number 1, you will have the discounted price, but you are submitted to a 6-month program. Or number 3, which is what we highly, highly suggest, is that you buy your own franchise. Whether you want to develop a business with Lifewave or not, you can still buy your own franchise, where you will get the discounted price and you will have all the benefits of a franchisor. All right. And there are 5 ways that we can do this through the enrollment kits. And these are, the first kit is called the Bronze, which includes 1 sleeve of X39 plus 1 membership of $25 for a $124.95. Now, please keep in mind that these are prices in US dollars, okay? The prices in euros and in other countries, in other continents, I'm sorry, are give and take a few euros, a few dollars, all right? But they're about the same worldwide. So our first kit is the Bronze. Our second kit is the Silver, where you get 3 sleeves of X39 or mix and match for $299.95. What do I mean by mix and match? For example, what I did with my mom. My mom she had knee replacement last year, and she just turned 80 years old this year, had knee replacement last year, a hard time recovering from her surgery. And this year, the doctors wanted to operate on her second knee. And my mom was like, no, I don't want doctors to intervene in my second knee. Give me the patches. So in her case, I enrolled my mom in a silver packet, which included 1 X39, 1 X49, which is the same price. I got her two supportive patches, were the glutathione and the Aeon. So she got 4 patches, four different products in this packet, okay? Now the next one is our gold pack, where you get 5.5 sleeves of X39 or mix and match. Mix and match, the same example that I just showed you with the silver. Only here, you get 5, you buy 5 for $4.99 and you get 1 free. Now, pay close attention to these 2, all right? Silver and gold minimum. I will explain to you further a little bit more about these 2. Now, if you see the business opportunity behind this one-of-a-kind product, you could also join as a franchise with 12 sleeves at $9.99, or the Diamond, which is 19 sleeves for $15.99. Now, take in mind that when you buy Platinum or Diamond, you get your sleeves for a one-time price of $84 each, which means if you're going to resell them, you can make more profit. Now, you say, well, you know what? It's interesting. I'd like to upgrade my kit. There are benefits to upgrading your kit, and I'll tell you that in a minute. Why? As you build your organization or your customer base, like any business thrives on customers, right? We want to have customers. If you have a hamburger joint or you have a hamburger franchise, if you don't have customers, you won't survive. So this is just like any business. If you don't have customers, you won't survive, in the sense that you will have income streaming into your bank account. So you can upgrade your kit and pay only the difference. Let's say you come in as silver, and then next month you buy your gold, you upgrade. You only pay the difference between one and another enrollment kit, and you get mailed to your home the amount of sleeves that are in the different kits. Now, just to recap, Lifewave is a 20-year-old company which is raking in over $420 million, and we are projected to be a billion-dollar company, and you can profit in this projection. Now, David Schmidt tells us, you have an incredible opportunity before you today, the opportunity to bring the healing power of light to everyone around you, because we are at the right place, right time, and right product. And there's a place for everyone in Lifewave, whether it be a wholesale customer or a business builder. Now, you know, we always ask ourselves the question, what is most important for you in your life? Family, time, freedom, security. You want to travel, you want to have better health, you want to be, you know, less debt. You want to be able to walk and jump and run again, or you want the freedom and the financial freedom to be able to do all that and enjoy with your family. Well, Lifewave opens up the door of opportunity for us to be able to enjoy all these features. Okay. There's 4 ways that we can earn money with Lifewave. We have retail profits, product introduction bonus, binary commissions, and matching bonuses. Now, I'm going to go really fast through this part of my presentation and just get with the person that invited you to listen to this valuable information for further detail. And not only that, we have trainings online. So if you don't understand what I'm about to share, don't worry about it, okay? It's easy, it's comprehensible, but sometimes we need repetition to get it well. So first of all, we can earn retail profits. We buy wholesale and sell retail and make $50 off of each sleeve, okay? We have the product introduction bonus. These bonuses are payable when you personally enroll a new customer. When we enroll a new customer or a new franchisor in our organization, in other words, that we branch out to other franchisees. Every time we enroll a bronze, we earn $15, a silver $50, a gold $100, a platinum $150, and a diamond $200. Now, if you are already at the diamond stage of your enrollment kit, in your first 90 days, if you enroll another diamond, instead of getting paid $200, you'll get paid $500. And if you enroll a platinum franchisee, you get the company will pay you $300 instead of $150, which means that in your first 90 days as a franchisor in diamond category, you will get paid double the amount, which means you will pretty much get a return on your investment that quick. Now, the third way that we make money is with our binary system, where you only build 2 teams. Contrary to other network marketing companies where you have to build 5 teams or more, with Lifewave, you only have a left and a right leg. And it pays unlimited depth up to $25,000 a week on team commissions, which means as you grow your customer base, you're going to place them either on your left or your right hand side. And all this can develop for you an unlimited depth of $25,000 per week. Okay. Now, we also have the matching bonuses, where Lifewave pays us on a first, second, and third generation. In other words, your children, which are your personally enrolled customers who also become franchisors, all right? Your second, which are your grandchildren, and your third, your great-grandchildren. Now, how do we really get paid on this? Well, we're missing a slide here. pretty much the key point here is for you to become a manager. What is a manager within Lifewave binary system? A manager is somebody, let's see, it's not here. Okay, it's somebody who all it takes is for you to refer 4 of your customers, 4 of your friends into Lifewave. How does this happen? Okay, first of all, you have to be in gold level, all right? Which is, remember I said these 2 are important. You must be at gold level, okay? And then you enroll 4 customers, 2 on your left and 2 on your right, at a level of minimum or silver or up, okay? And then the next feature, we have 4 conditions to being a manager, and start tapping into all these benefits. So number 1 is you enroll 4 customers to left, to right, okay? You are a gold. Number 3, when we enroll as franchisers, we get a free back office. And that back office, all you have to do is activate your auto shipment button. You don't need to use it, just have it activated. And number 4 is that you maintain your business active with 110 points. What is that, 110 points? Well, 110 points is your personal consumption of your patches of X39 plus any other support patch. In my case, I have the X39 and the glutathione, which is always building antioxidants. This is all you need. You can mix and match. You can either do an X39 and a support product, or do 2 support products, and this equals 110 points, okay? It's that easy, and it doesn't matter what level of the company you're at. You can, all you need to keep yourself active is 110 points, even from the beginning stage of manager to the highest position in our company. And how do you truly grow with our company? Is number 1, you becoming a manager and helping your team, your personal enrolled franchisers also grow. In other words, them becoming managers. And the more you become a manager making machine, and this is how we grow very generously with Lifewave. Now, we have a lot of information. We have a lot of training. You don't need to feel weary about this, that you didn't understand. You do not need to worry, because we have step-by-step basics of how easy it is to understand, from beginners to experts. And I'll end my presentation by saying a famous quote by Richard Branson. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure how you can do it, just say yes, and then learn how to do it later. And that's exactly what I did when I learned about Lifewave. We have weekly Zoom calls for that adjust to Europe, European, South Africa, USA schedules, even Mexico schedules. We have trainings in many different languages. Excuse me, many different languages where you can truly benefit and learn from all the information that we have to offer. In other words, you are not alone. So please reach out to the person who invited you to this presentation. Ask them to send you their link so you can get started tonight and start benefiting from all the attributes that using the patch and activating your own stem cells, waking up your body to a rejuvenating body. Now, I mean, what that can bring for you now. Do it. Don't hesitate. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation. I send you much love and blessings wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. And let's get started and let's work together. Ciao, ciao. I'll see you soon.